What's up, everybody? How's it going? Let me refresh my memory. Oh boy, I still have a bunch of lollipops in here. That's funny. Alright, my last Dynamax shiny was... Clefairy. Okay. So yeah, we've definitely been on a dupe streak lately, chat. Let's hope I can get a good legendary tonight. That'd be really nice. It has been a considerable amount of time since Tina. And, like, I'll take anybody. I'll take an Ultra Beast, I'll take Lugia, I'll take Articuno. Anyone. Just a scrap, a smidge of shiny. Please. I will take it. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Electric. So that would be... As I plug my phone in, that would be... Tapu Koko or Circuitry. I don't like either of these paths very much. Alright. I have my old DS plugged in. What is the name of the charger on the original DS, chat? It is so big and bulky. But I booted up my original copy of Ruby today. And I had to dig out my charger. I probably have 5 million rogue Nintendo chargers lying around. And it gave me a scare. Because when I plugged my Ruby in, it was not reading it. It was not reading the cartridge, so I had to use a little bit of rubbing alcohol.
Here is a present for you.
Scyther, thanks for the gift sub. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. So I had to use a little bit of rubbing alcohol on it, and that finally got it to work, so... Oh, just a slight scare, but I had... It's always fun to dig out your old DS cables. Depletion. How does this even make sense? When you're a building. I should just be going for Steel Spike. I saw quite the hot take the other day, chat, and it made me laugh. You'll never believe, but our friend Joe, Mr. Joe Cerebi, thinks that Gigantamax Pokemon are way better than Mega Evolutions. He seems to think Mega Evolutions are the worst of all the gimmicks, which I don't think they're worse than Z moves, but that's crazy. Yeah, or as one. Me busting out my old copy of Ruby might have had something to do with that. I was definitely trying to check what my original team was. But it's just funny to see somebody else not head over heels in love with Mega Evolution. People were getting mad at him too, which is so funny. People were getting so upset. They were like interrogating him over his opinion. Which I disagree. Like, Z moves are just my least favorite one. But I always, I appreciate fellow Mega Evolution dislikers, so I had to appreciate that a little bit. I had to appreciate that a little bit. If this was Gen 9, I could put Eviolite on here. Yeah, I don't... Z-moves were just... I don't know. They're supposed to be so flashy, and I feel like most of them are just underwhelming. And the last time I played through Gen 7, I barely even used them. They take up a lot of time. I don't even know if I would hold Gigantamaxes in a very high regard either, TBH, but you know. Z moves honestly aren't worth the item slot most of the time. Yeah, most of them are just junk. And you have like the goofy ones like Xerneas using the fairy move where it just essentially T-poses through the air. Like, okay. Sure. Doing no damage to this Malamar. I mean, if you have a Knocked Owl on the team, that might be why. And they gave a lot of Pokemon, like... I guess that was that Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Where Mimikyu got, like, its own Z move, and they gave Komao its own Z move. I don't know. Super underwhelming. But I think a lot of it's funny, like, Joe claims that Megas were just, like, the same group of Pokemon, and for competitive, they weren't very interesting. But I feel like you could say that about a lot of Gmax Pokemon, too. A lot of Gmaxes are just downright not as good if you just regular Dynamax to Pokemon. Oh my god, of course I woke up with 1 HP left. Honestly, Terastallizing is my favorite. I really like Terastallizing. I'm more of a fan of the gimmicks when every Pokemon can do it, instead of just, you know, a small handful of insert X popular Pokemon here. I really need Poppy to take this. Thank you, Poppy. Yeah, I feel like in a lot of ways, Mega Evolution is definitely like it's the first time they ever did like a gimmick. It feels a lot less refined than later gimmicks do. Yeah, it's like, of course, Charizard gets 2 Mega... Charizard's gonna get 3, because again, mark my words, they're gonna give it another one for PLZA, so that'll be 3. Mega Evolution is just a popularity contest with a few obscure ones thrown in. I wouldn't be surprised if they even, did another, like, Gengar. Give him 4 to round it out. Charizard Z and Charizard A. I don't know, the thing that gets me about a lot of Mega Evolutions too is that some of them are just complete dog water. You have things like Mega Kangaskhan and just absolute monsters. Then you have, I don't know, like Mega Camerupt, Mega Sharpedo. Yeah, Mega Sunflora would have gone so hard. There's just not a ton of Mega Evolutions either. Like, when I look back at all the ones they released for Auras, it's like they barely gave us any. And it's like, where's Mega Walrein? Where's Mega Flygon? I don't like a lot of the choices they went with, personally. You found a random shiny Toadscool, nice. The anime had an interaction between Toadscool and Tentacruel, which should honestly not be... Oh, it's Xurkitree. That should not be the case. They don't live by each other. There's no Tentacool. SMH. Gmax Kingler should have been a normal evolution. Yeah, it's like, how long do we have to wait until Machamp, Kingler ever get a form? Yeah, when are we ever gonna see them get a form again? Oh, I hate Machamp's Gmax so much. Kingler's at least is kind of neat, but I just really don't I really don't like Machamp's. It's so ugly. Yeah, Kingler's a cool Pokemon, dude. What is my favorite Ultra Beast? I like every Ultra Beast, honestly. I don't think I even need a max here. Although this could get scary if it beast boosts. Beware the goat. Okay, well, you didn't have to double target. You didn't have to double target the poor Beware. I really like Blacephalon, I guess. Buzzwole is fun. Xurkitree is cool. I don't understand the hate on Ultra Beasts either. I think they're all really cool. We just need one more hit, please. There we go, Audino. Audino got the decisive victory. Let's go. Alright, so our first one of the night was Xurkitree. We'll see who we roll next. I'm just doing randoms. I don't know, am I off on this chat? I think a lot of people who hate Ultra Beasts are kind of the same crowd that are like, oh, Glove Key? It's just keys. It feels like that crowd is one and the same. Oh, it's just wires. Ugh, Trubbish. Trubbish is just trash. Uh-huh, yeah. Xurkitree is the coolest electric Pokemon. Have you considered Stunfisk? I'm just kidding. But no, I actually do like Stunfisk. Maybe I'm not kidding. Xurkitree is your favorite Ultra Beast Midnight? Yeah, it's a good one. It has so much personality for being wires with like a Christmas tree for a head. Like, it has a funny little dance. Its head turns off when it's sleeping like a light bulb. Like, they didn't need to give it so much personality, but they did. And that's lovely. And I just think that's neat. The Ultra Beast make Gen 7 feel more interesting. What are Vileplume and... Haunter's probably going for Hypnosis. I don't know what Vileplume is up to. Oh boy, Haunter... Okay, Haunter hit the Hypnosis, it's fine. Vileplume set up grassy terrain. They should not have put terrain on these Pokemon, chat. NPCs do not know what they're doing. This is no good. It's like weather moves. NPCs just use weather no matter if the situation calls for it or not. Guzzlord is another cool one. I like Guzzlord a lot. Yeah, spams rain dance. That's exactly what I was thinking. Spams rain dance. Even when you have fire types on the team. That has happened like every stream recently. You never know when the NPCs are about to sabotage your entire run. Stack attack. Yeah, Stack is neat too. I like Stacka. We're fighting a dragon, so this could be a million different things. This could be Palkia, this could be Zygarde. This could be Reshiram. Dragon is my least favorite type to see at the end of the tunnel. I'll be real. Two NPCs have opposite terrain moves and started. They do that with weather as well. Pray you never get somebody, an NPC with Sunny Day and an NPC with Rain Dance. Yep. Oh my god, they're both gonna set up terrain. I think... Does Raichu have it? Well, Vileplume's setting it up every turn. Nobody needs your grassy terrain, Dean. Empowering Raichu up. Go for an actual move, Raichu, please. Lightning Rod can kind of be a kick in the ass. I didn't even think about it. Picking up Raichu. It really went for Focus Blast, but at least it hit. At least Focus Blast managed to land. What is the Vileplume doing now? Oh, I have electric terrain. I could go for electric terrain. And Vileplume would immediately set up the grassy terrain again. Toxic? It has 1 HP left, Vileplume. Dean. Dean. No. You're killing me, Dean. DA turns you into a Rangaroo. This turns me into Annihilate. I get so angry, I want to explode. I really don't want Dean to keep on holding this Vileplume. But I kind of want to take Dunsparce. It's so hard because it's like, who is this dragon at the end here? I don't know. I really don't know. I guess we'll go Beartic, even though this could be Reshiram for all I know, or Palkia. Charmeleon, Wartortle, Mewtwo, Tentacruel, Aerodactyl. Ugh, this Pokemon is so... I do not enjoy Beartic. They didn't give Dunsparce any stab, by the way. They didn't give my boy any stab. So funny that they finally gave Dunsparce a evolution and everybody hated it. I think the Dunsparce is kind of funny. Like, maybe it's not exactly what I would have done, but I don't think I hate it. What? Huh? Oh my god. Look at the Raichu and the Vileplume, and now Grimmsnarl's not going for an attacking move. Why are you going for Power Swap? Boy. At least the Raichu has its prescription glasses on today. That was a crit. You hate to see it. These are taking extra long to, just kill it. Thank you. All the NPCs are trying to get cute with all their, there we go. Alright. Beartic has to be one of the tallest Dynamax Pokemon. There's no way it's not. Why'd they give it such an ugly pinhead? Who you calling a pinhead, pinhead? Yeah, Beartic is always in here, which is funny because it's not a shiny I need. I think I have every bear Pokemon shiny except for... Dean, please take this. Manifesting. Dean, please take this. Damn it. Dean, you didn't listen to me. You didn't listen, Dean. Dean, why? Alright, it's Guzz. It's fine. Why do you reckon they made Guzzlord a dragon type, chat? Instead of just like pure dark. Because of its maw. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Regidrago. I mean, Pokemon loves giving dragon typing to things that aren't necessarily dragons or don't look dragon-like, so... I mean, see Alolan Executor.
But wait, don't you know that, like, Alolan Executor's tail is like a dragon fruit? That's why it's a dragon type?
Yes, I know. Yes. Yes, I know. I still think it's stupid. I still think it's dumb. Yeah, it is kind of funny. Guzzlord's one of the least usable Ultra Beasts, competitive-wise. There is something to be said about being 4 times weak to Fairy and kind of having not great stats. Alright, alright, alright. Now we get to watch the hail animation hit everybody. I'm gonna kill Vileplume. No, Vileplume should live unless it gets targeted. Although it did heal a little bit back because it set up its own terrain. Because of course it did. Alright, there we go. Easy. Guzzlord is a great shiny, I agree. I like most of the Ultra Beast shinies. Are there any Ultra Beast shinies that are not good? Lucephalons is great. I like Stackas. Poiples. I feel like such a... Every time I say Poiple's name, I feel like... Poiple. It's so silly. Poiple. We're all S tier. I don't know if I love Xurkitree shiny. I think the blue is kind of a boring choice. No shinies here. Beartic, the shadows on Beartic almost make it look slightly purple. Steel is shiny. I kind of like Buzzwole's green because it reminds me of, like, Bane's Venom. Mantine's got such an iconic cry. Again? Alright. This is either Xurkitree or Tapu Koko. Combuskin, that's funny. There's, speaking of Klefki, there's Klefki. Nihiligo's got a great shiny. I don't like Marowak's... I was gonna say Sprite. Model. I don't like Marowak's model. It leans forward too much. It should stand up. They got my boy slouching. Here's a question though, chat. I've been pondering my Oraz team. Should Tyler and I use cosplay Pikachus? They all have different signature moves. What's the best cosplay Pikachu, chat? Southern Belle. I think Southern Belle gets an ice move. I kind of like the Rockstar one, but I don't think I can get that because I don't play as a male character, which, like, fuck off.
Of course, gotta get the girly one if you play as the girl character, cause like girls in pink, right?
The scientist with meteor the scientist one is I think I would go with that one, and I know exactly what I would name it. Gotta use a luxury ball for Clef Key. But I've never used Cosplay Pikachu ever, so they can't evolve, you can't breed them. Which I didn't even know. I looked this up yesterday. I was looking at them all yesterday. Klefki is a silly little guy, you're so right. That means I will have to interact with that awful blue-haired idol character they introduced in Oraz, though. One of the most sauceless designs out of any Pokemon trainer I've ever seen. You're gonna dump your starter for Cosplay Pikachu? Isn't her ace like Altaria too, which super funny.
Back in my day, in Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, I didn't need no idol character to get me into contests. I played for the love of the game.
I could get Blossom shiny in this game instead of SV. I would definitely take this Blossom shiny game, I'm just saying. Blossom's cry is so cute. Alright, is that my boy Armaldo over there? So I wanted to recreate my original Ruby team, and I think I still will. However, I booted up my copy of Ruby today to realize that I already started a new save file a long time ago. I think I transferred my old team out, but then I'd have to locate him in bank. Kind of a nightmare, TBH. It's kind of a nightmare. Also, my team did not have great diversity. It's like 2 normal types, 2 fighting types. I mean, which, who cares? But it's funny. It's definitely not a team I would make nowadays. It's definitely not a team I would make nowadays, let me tell you. They give you Latios and Latios early in that game too, don't they? I would box those. I don't want those. I could use a fossil. I could use Laleep or Anorith. That would be fun. No, I gotta take Armaldo. Nikki taking it would have been fine. I don't know. Sometimes you think the NPC will take a Pokemon and then they just absolutely don't. Baltoy and Claydol are the perfect Pokemon for contests. At least Baltoy and Claydol can be good somewhere. At least Baltoy and Claydol have a niche somewhere. It's circuitry again! We're going crazy right now with circuitry. Yeah, that's true, Cacturn. They're literally only a battle thing. Was that even was that even loud enough? I knew who that was though, it's from Gen 1. Anybody knew that Pokemon? I believe that was Lapras. What's up, Destruggle? Oraz won. So I've been discussing what my game plan is for the team. Wow, I just exploded. Fellas? Oh gosh, knock it out. No, do not go for grassy terrain! Fuck, I hate these NPCs. These NPCs. We're not gonna have damage output now. Lobotomites, what is going on? Yep, great. Absolutely wonderful. Thanks, Blossom. Maybe if you had gone for Giga Drain earlier, it would have been dead instead of going for grassy terrain. Shout out to the Game Freak employees who just didn't give a fuck when they programmed these NPCs. And no priority. Yep, that's probably GG. Fucking awesome. This game is so frustrating. That's so frustrating! We literally would have won if the NPC didn't go for grassy terrain. Can you put Megalodios on the team? No. Get those ugly ass things away from me. Forbidden. Alright, here's another one. That's easy. God damn it. Literally 5 HP left because the NPCs are so unbelievably brain dead and not programmed well at all. Yeah, that was Charmander Midnight. You are correct. Fuck off, dude. Where were you when I needed you last round, Diggersby? That feels so bad. That feels so bad. That was literally a throw. That NPC threw the whole match. Great, she's back. No, what is going on? What is going on with is this circuitry again? And of course, what is that? Sanaconda stuck behind a grass type. What the f- Blossom is back. This is deja vu. I've been in this place before. Yeah, that's something Tyler and I were definitely... I've used so many Gen 3 Pokemon. It's definitely harder for me to assemble a squad. That's why I was thinking about just recreating my original Ruby team. Which was Blaziken, Swellow, Delcatty, Medicham. I really wish I could remember the last Pokemon I used. Frick. I had to have had a Surfer. Who would I have used as a water type? I was thinking about maybe using Manectric. I don't know. I've never used Kecleon. Yeah, Dex Nav encounters aren't until you capture Groudon and Kyogre, yup. That's true. What if we both caught a Spinda, Tyler? We tried to roll for like a fun Spinda pattern. Then I would have like all normal types. I could do a mono normal run. I want to use Delcatty because Skitty is in nothing. When do I ever get an opportunity to use Skitty in anything or even see it? Great, we're already down one Pokemon and it's round 1. Oh, yeah. Swalot. Swalot was my starter in my randomizer for Pokemon Y. Shout out to AAAAAAA. The world's most beautiful and strongest Swalot. Something like Roserade could be fun. Have I ever used Roserade? I really wish... If I could go back in time, I would tell myself to keep track of every Elite Four team I ever had. I'm so upset I can't remember them. I'm so sad. Shiny Sylveon, nice. See, here's the thing, chat. I would love for Tyler and I to use Gorbis and Huntail, but they're trait evolutions. And we're using an emulator. So, it would just be a big pain in the ass. Shout out to Trait Evolutions, consistently the worst fucking things in every generation. Love that. That stopped us from using a few Pokemon in X and Y, too. I think, what was it? A Selgor and a Scavalier? Great Pokemon suck. Like, I would love to use Gorbis. That'd be so funny. But then we'd have to, like... I would have to PK Hex it or something. I would have to drop the file into PK Hex and just manually change Clamperl into, like, Gorbis. Which is just, I don't know. It's not that... It's not the same. It's not the same. I still can't get over Furfrow's haircut changing in 5 days. That blew my mind. Or if you box it, it changes immediately. And then I didn't realize that Burmy can change whatever cloak it's in until it evolves into Wormadam. When it evolves into Wormadam, it is set in stone what cloak it's in. Why would that? What? That's such a stupid thing. Burmy can freely change its cloaks, but Wormadam can't? Why? And nobody took the Sandaconda. I'm gonna turn into the Joker. Oh, I'll do Dynamax, she said. It'll be great. I haven't done a Dynamax in so long. Yeah, I feel like Love Disc and Alola Momola are so, like... Did they just forget that Love Disc existed? What the hell happened there? Oh no, Galarian Mime is dead. What a shame. I wasn't looking for an actually, chat. I don't care what in lore it has. It's fucking stupid. Thanks. Actually, if you... nobody fucking cares. Who cares? I'm probably one of 3 people on this earth that has ever used a Wormadam. And it's not like it's ever explained anywhere. Why do you have Levitate, Flygon, you stupid Flygon? I hope they never give you Mega Evolution, bozo. We are doing no damage. What is this Mime doing? Can you use an Ice-type attack? What are you doing? Of course it's the stupid fucking cop. Go for Icy Wind. Nobody needs you to set up Reflect and Light Screen 1,000 times. I'm gonna lose my mind. I have to max here because we're doing no damage. Wormadam's Judgment. That is the definition of actually. The Blossom is a scourge, dude. Blossom is an absolute scourge. Look at this thing. I want to. Sophie. I've literally already answered that question, dude. Straight up not having a good time right now. Do I want to quit streaming? More rounds, please. More rounds. Ugh. Great. Life is so fucking miserable. It's crazy, dude. It's absolutely crazy. It's crazy how fucking miserable life is. Oh, man. Oh, dude. I'm not doing this. Chatizing like a toddler. You're all really good at that, chat. It's funny because chat's really good at that. Just focus on something like Lugia. This game is so ass. You're not wrong. I mean, you're not wrong. They love giving high horsepower out to Pokemon that are not, in fact, horses. The trio doesn't even have legs. Guzzlord can learn high horsepower. I think it's the only horse that has high horsepower, Mudsdale? High horsepower. What a truly horrendous selection of Pokemon, by the way. Onix, not a horse. Rhyhorn, not a horse. Rhydon, not a horse. Snorlax, not a horse. Steelix, Teddiursa, Ursaring, Swinub, Piloswine, Miltank, Munchlax, Hippopotas, Hippowdon, Rhyperior, Mamoswine, Golurk. Mudbray, Mudsdale, Puffant, Raja, Ursaluna, Cloth. So of all the Pokemon that can learn high horse... No, that's not even. By TM/TR, Sandshrew, Sandshot, Nidoqueen, Nidoking, Dugtrio, Alolan Dugtrio, Poliwrath, Machamp, Geodude, Alolan Geodude, Graveler, Alolan Graveler, Golem, Ponyta, Horse, Galarian Ponyta, Horse, Rapidash, both of them, Horse. Onix. Why can Kingler learn it? Pinsir. Tauros. I would give them Tauros. I'm not giving them Pinsir. Sudowoodo, Quagsire, Gligar, Heracross, Slugma. There's no way. This is not true. There's absolutely no way. Yeah, Slugma can learn high horsepower. Oh no, why? Macargo is rock, and yet it doesn't learn any rock moves naturally. In a lot of old gen. Wait, is that Scarlet Violet? No, that's Scarlet Violet. It learns Rock Throw, Ancient Power, Rock Slide. That's it. Bulbapedia's rock coloring is terrible. Slacking can learn high horsepower. Nosepass can learn high horsepower. Barboach can learn high horsepower. Regigigas. Emboar. Zebstrika. Conkeldurr, Sawsbuck, Terrakion, Chestnut, Diggersby, Tyrantrum, Tapu Bulu can learn high horsepower. Melmetal can learn high horsepower. Appleton can learn it. Phalanx can learn it. Stonejourner can learn it. Rillaboom can learn it. Colossal and Carkol can both learn high horsepower. Dracozolt can learn it. Cuffant and Copperaja can learn it. Glastier and Ice Rider can learn it. Wordier, Ursaluna, Oinkalone, Reveroom, Orthworm, Citadel and Cetitan can learn it. Clodsire, there's Farigiraf, alright. Great Tusk. Slitherwing, for some reason, can learn it. Sandy Shocks can learn it. Treads can learn it. Thorns can learn it. Baxcalibur. And Dogi. Okie dokie. Only about maybe 10 of those Pokemon are actually horses. In Pokemon Go, Rapidash, Galarian Rapidash, Piloswine, Mamoswine, and Ursaluna can learn it. Only one horse. 2 pigs and a bear. A lot of these Pokemon don't have legs. Onix doesn't have legs. Steelix doesn't have legs. Things like Swinub and Piloswine I feel like are questionable. Like, they have legs, but... Geodude doesn't have legs. Sudowoodo. I don't know about that one. Slugma has no legs. Barboach and Wishcash have no legs. I guess they just assign things based on vibes. Dugtrio has no legs. I'm not sure why Dugtrio can learn that. Avalugg is an ice monster. I'm not sure why it can learn that. Hisui Avalugg can learn it as well. But at least Hisui Avalugg is part rock. Not that that matters, it's a ground move. Tapu Bulu arguably has no legs. It has a bell. I'd say Reveroom doesn't really have legs. Orthworm is a worm. Clodsire has little tiny legs. I guess Sandy Shocks technically has legs. And high horsepower can be obtained by breeding with Ponyta and Phanpy. All the Pokemon that can learn High Jump Kick have legs. Hitmonlee, Blaziken, Metatype, Medicham, Lopunny, Scraggy, Scrafty, Mienfoo, Mienshao, Hawlucha, Serena, Pheromosa. They all have legs. Tyro, Riolu, Scorbunny, Lucario, Cinderace. That passes. Jump Kick. Marshadow can learn Jump Kick. I don't know if that counts. Why Marshadow is a fighting type at all, I don't really understand. Marshadow is classified as the Gloom Dweller Pokemon. Sawsbuck can learn Jump Kick. As can Deerling. Stantler, Sawsbuck, and Deerling all can learn Jump Kick. All the Pokemon that can learn Mega Punch have arms. Although, I'm not sure what's the case you can make for a Alolan Golem. Mew can learn everything, so I don't know that that counts. Magby can learn Mega Punch. Pikachu can learn Mega Punch. Jigglypuff can learn Mega Punch. Chansey can learn Mega Punch. Both Mimes can learn Mega Punch. Totodile's entire line can learn Mega Punch. Ladybug can learn Mega Punch. Pichu, Cleffa, Igglybuff, Togepi, and Togetic can all learn Mega Punch. Sudowoodo can punch and kick. Delibird can learn Mega Punch. Smoochum, Elekid, and Magby can all learn Mega Punch. Torchic. Torchic can learn Mega Punch. All 3 Gen 3 starters can learn it. Trico, Torchic, and Swampert. Or, actually, no, Mudkip can't learn it. But Marshtomp and Swampert can. Gardevoir can learn Mega Punch. Plusle and Minun can learn Mega Punch. Volbeat and Illumise can learn Mega Punch. Kecleon, all the Reggies, Groudon. Jirachi can learn Mega Punch. All Deoxys can punch. Licky Licky can learn it. Togekiss can learn it. I don't think so. Togekiss doesn't have arms. It has wings. See, I say that, but then it's always like... Actually, Togekiss's wings can curl up into arms. Victini can learn Mega Punch, as can Audino. Darumaka can learn it. Both of them. Reuniclus can learn it. Heliolisk can learn Mega Punch. Stuffle can learn Mega Punch. Tapu Bulu is back on here again. Tapu Bulu can learn everything. And it's only Tapu Bulu. The other Tapus are not here. It is just Bulu. It is only Bulu. It's only ever Tapu Bulu. Mr. Rhyme can learn Mega Punch. He has a cane, so I don't know why he wouldn't just use the cane, but I guess if he chooses to resort to physical violence, he can in fact do it. Arctozolt can learn Mega Punch. It's got very little... It's basically just got hands. It doesn't have arms. It has little hands that stick out of its ice body. Zarude can learn Mega Punch. Both Urshifu can. Tapu Bulu can learn Darkest Lariat. That's fascinating. Superpower. Calm Mind. Stone Edge. Stored Power. Workup. Payback. Rock Tomb. Revenge. Can learn Whirlwind. How does Tapu Bulu use Whirlwind? It learns Grassy Terrain at level 75. That seems very redundant. Can learn Withdraw. Disable. Scary face, mean look. Rock Smash. It naturally levels up with Rock Smash. What a guy. What a fella. The Tapu's Japanese names are Kapu, Kapubulu, Kapubulul, B-U-L-U-L. Kapu Finney's Japanese name is Kapu Rehire. Please rehire her. She lost her job. Tapu Lele's is Kapu Tatifu? Kapu Tatifu? Tapu Tatifu actually sounds pretty cool. Kapu is Hawaiian for sacred or holy. So is Tapu. Hawaiian for sacred or holy. Do they have two different words for sacred or holy? Kapu and Tapu? They'll look at something like the Tapus and make them very clearly Hawaiian inspired, and then for the Hawaiian inspired region, and yet we'll get Tinglu and Qianpao and Woqian China names in a Spain region. I don't think Koraidon and Miraidon feel very Spain either. I don't think Spain really got a fair shake, TBH. I'm not sure they really got a fair shake. Couldn't even have the DLC remain in there. Instantly left. Tapu Koko's Japanese name is Kapu Ko Kiko. It's Hawaiian onomatopoeia for roasters crowing. Its design is similar to a tiki statue. Tapu Koko is in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Tapu Koko is one of those Pokemon that has rare appearance as a shiny. It's kind of like Rayquaza in that way. That's not shiny. It's funny because Rayquaza and Tapu Koko shinies are both black too. It's funny how those similarities can... Totally different regions, totally different Pokemon, different vibes. Yeah, I can open it. Gonna go back to randoms. Whoops. Yeah, they did not give Spain a fair shake. And I know it might sound weird to say, but honestly, Solgaleo and Lunala, like, I feel like they just fit. They feel more Hawaiian than Horai and Mirai feel Spanish. Is that the right term? I don't know if that's the right term. Tapu Koko draws inspiration from the mythical creature known as the Thunderbird. That's cool. I don't know. Game Freak clearly likes Hawaii, considering there's been multiple different worlds in Hawaii. We're literally going back to Hawaii for worlds in 2 months. The event today in LA was like one of the last regionals. NAIC is like next week and a half. And then there's like a dry period until Worlds, which is in Hawaii. They've had multiple Worlds in Hawaii. I mean, Hawaii is not that far away from Japan, which is another thing. So maybe they just like Hawaii more? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they didn't vibe as much with Spain. I do like Gen 7. Gen 7 is one of those gens that has a lot of potential to be so much better. Yeah, it's surprising that it took them so long to have Worlds in Japan. Yeah, Alola is a pretty region. I think if you get rid of a lot of the boundaries and make it more open world, you could do a lot with it. You know, if Game Freak ever figures out decent graphics and a good lighting engine, you know, it could be something. Gen 7 also has a lot of music. I feel like even the music in Gen 7 feels more tropical Hawaiian than a lot of the music feels for Spain in SV. My personal favorite Pokemon game is probably like Gold, Silver, Crystal. I love Emerald. I love Black and White. I love Black and White too. I love Fire Red, Leaf Green. I do like Heart Gold, Soul Silver, but yeah. I mean, I love red, blue, green, yellow. Well, I guess I can't say green. I love side games like Coliseum, Gale of Darkness. Yeah, Gen 7 has a lot of, specifically some of the tracks that play at night, they remind me a lot of the atmospheric music that PLA had that I really liked. That's one thing I really feel like was lacking from SV. Especially since it's their big quote-unquote open world game. It doesn't have the vibes that even their previous title like PLA had. It's just little details like that that go such a long way in any game, not just Pokemon. I don't know, Gen 2 is a very popular, well-loved gen, so I think a lot of people don't like it. They're either young people who did not grow up with it, never played it, or they want to be contrarians, or both. I miss having puzzles in a Pokemon game. When I booted up my copy of Ruby today, chat, just to check my old team, I had to do a few strength I was getting through Victory Road. And it's like, I really miss having, like, puzzles. I miss having, like, gameplay in my Pokemon games. Kinda sad. It's just like, what else is there to do? Yeah, Victory Road is just one long corridor filled with Igglybuff and Tandemouse. Isn't that great? What an epic Victory Road. And like some of the puzzles in Gen 4 too grindy. Yeah, not all Pokemon puzzles are built equally, but I still wish we had some. I really miss actually like other things to do than just battle Pokemon. There's no contests, there's no side things, there's no side quests. At least in SV. PLA has a few side quests. I don't know, watching like VGC today, I even think some of the arenas are just a downgrade from Sword and Shield. I swear, they're always in the rooftop school battle arena for VGC, and it's just so lifeless. Like, at least Sword and Shield had the fun stadiums. Like, of course they all just had, like, the repeat NPCs, so they weren't perfect, but they felt more bombastic and more exciting than just a tiny schoolyard with 5 NPCs copy and pasted. I hate that school arena. It's so bad. Like, you think a rooftop on a big school would be more interesting than it actually was. Yeah, I remember when you could go inside Pokemon, like, NPCs' houses. Ugh, and then what's her face? Rika gives you that stupid quiz in order to challenge the Elite Four. Like, here's my passage right here. It's all my 8 badges. Get out of the way. Who do you think you are? And then they punish you if you say you're just doing it for fun. Like, what do you think this is, Game Freak? It's a video game. Why do you think I'm playing this? That gets me so mad. Unironically, that legitimately angers me. Like, why do you think I'm playing your video game? To have fun. To love my Pokemon. Give me a break, dude. I hate that character. I don't ever want to see her again. I do not want to see that lady ever again. I'm just here to have fun. Wrong. I don't know whose bright idea it was to have an annoying quit. Like, I literally, I got all my badges. That's all the proof you need. No more. Audino's too clean cut to be from Star Wars. She would have to be way more grimier. I think the best part of SV are the characters in the story. Particularly the DLC stuff. I really like Kieran and Carmine. And Drayton and all the Blueberry characters. They were fun. Massive, insane improvement in the writing department over Sword and Shield. Characters in SV actually felt like real, well, not, you know, not real people, but they could exist. They didn't talk like a bunch of robots. Like how everybody talks in Pokemon X and Y, where you start to wonder if these people are even human. Pokemon dialogue is so stilted and lifeless, but it didn't feel that way in Scarlet Violet. Which was nice. You don't like the open world? I definitely don't think they were ready for it. What was wrong with the loading zones for PLA? Like, the way PLA did it, I thought was fine. Just have 4 or 5 big areas that you can travel to that are more not procedurally generated. Get certain teams of people to go in. Oh, snap. Hey, thanks for buying a Booper t-shirt. I appreciate it. Booper merch delivered to your doorstep. Thank you, DA. I appreciate it. Was PLA advertised? They kind of did. I swear, Pokemon marketing for the past few games has been downright deceptive. Again, not to mention all the trailers Scarlet Violet had with voice acting. And then there's no voice acting in the game whatsoever. Like, okay. Why have characters like Iono have big sequences where they're talking, or like even Professor Willow. Remember the Pokemon Go trailer with Jacques, and they both had dialogue between each other that introduced roaming Gimmighoul? That was another trailer with voice acting in it. Yeah, thanks again for the merch perch. I really appreciate it. It softens the blow that Kyogre's about to utterly annihilate us all. Yeah, so the Pokemon Center released Lance and Grimsley statues, but I don't know. They're expensive and they're that glossy, cheap plastic. I don't know. Would you pay $64.99 plus tax for those, chat? The land space is really bland. Like, the Grimsley one is at least, like, Tyranitar's a rock type, so sure. But, like, what is going on with Lance's base? It looks like an aquarium. I'm really sad we didn't get any sort of side game this year, like a new mystery dungeon. That would have been a perfect way to wait. Because those games are so lengthy. They give you plenty of bang for your buck. Especially since the last one had shiny hunting in it. But, as we've talked about before, Game Freak views all of the mobile games as side games. So that's why I don't think they're in any rush to give us a new mystery dungeon or anything like that, unfortunately. Because they look at it and they're like, well, Pogo is a side game. Well, Pokemon Unite is a side game. That TCG mobile pack ripping app game, that's gonna be the game for this year. Quote unquote, of course. I miss Pokemon Ranger. I miss games like Hey You Pikachu and Pokemon Channel. They just don't make anything like that anymore. Cell phones are great technology. I love my phone, but at the same time, mobile apps have kind of broken game developers' brains. What do you even do in Pokemon Channel? I'll play it one day, chat. It's... How do I describe Pokemon Channel? It's a cozy, like, I don't want to say like life simulator. You basically hang out with Pikachu and you do little mini games. You have like a cozy little room with Pikachu, and Pikachu can do mischievous things, and there's areas you can explore and Pokemon you can meet, and you can interact with it. So it's called Pokemon Channel because you interact with the TV. And the TV has a few anime episodes you can watch about the Pichu brothers. There's a coloring app, or not app, but channel. There's a shopping channel where you could buy like plushies and stuff for your room. There's like a Smoochum channel where it's like working out. It's really hard to describe. Pokemon Channel is such a unique... Actually, we won, by the way. GG. That's wild. I'll use a love ball, why not? The Smoochum workout is my favorite one. I think about the song from the Smoochum workout all the time. I'll just be minding my own business, and I'll think about the Smoochum workout. And they brought back all the anime voice actors, so it's Smoochum going, Smoochum, Smoochum. It's not just like silent Pokemon cries. They brought back a lot of the voice actors to voice the Pokemon in Pokemon Channel. There's a weather channel. Oh my god, that's shiny. Okay. This is like my third shiny Absol. They should really darken your red shiny Absol, I gotta say. Why did that scare me? Why did that jump scare me? What the hell? Like made my heart skip. Oh, it's Jolly. Competitive ready Absol. Let's go. Well, it really is Dupe City. It really is Dupe City. Let's see. There's one. So that's my second Dynamax Absol, my third shiny Absol overall, I think. Alright. Wish it was a little bit darker red color. It's kind of like what they've done to Duskull and Dusclops. Somebody darken that red. Yeah, I can transfer an Absol to get Mega Absol. I can't believe Mega Evolutions are coming back. That's wild. The Pokemon channel it's just a cute, unique little game. A lot of it is probably nostalgia. I don't know, I would find it charming even now. If you played Hey You Pikachu, it's kind of like a spiritual successor to Hey You Pikachu in a way. I would love another Hey You Pikachu, especially with the rumors that the Switch 2 will have a microphone. Revive Hey You Pikachu, please. I would love to purchase. Yeah, I caught an Absol shiny in BDSP. This was off-stream. This was one of my few off-stream shinies. I was completing the Pokedex in the underground and I just randomly ran into a full odds shiny Absol. However, it used Perish Song. So I tried to catch it in a good ball, but it was on the last turn, so I just threw a Master Ball at it. Yeah, you could encounter Jirachi in Pokemon Channel. They also had little, like, collectible cards. And you could play the old, oh gosh, they're not Tamagotchi. Tyler, you would probably know this. Remember the old Pokemon, like... They weren't Tamagotchi. What were they called? Didn't Hey You Pikachu bomb? Did it? I have no idea. I don't know how well Pokemon Channel sold. It was on the GameCube, which is, you know, a lot of things on the GameCube didn't necessarily sell very well. Pocket Pikachu, is that what it was called? That they had where you could interact with those, which was neat. Because I never had any of those as a kid. How expensive is Pokemon Channel? Is that... Pokemon... This is like the third time this week I've looked up a Pokemon game. Oh boy, someone is selling a graded version. Graded cards, I understand to some degree, but having graded video games seems... extra. Somebody is auctioning off Pokemon Channel and it's sitting at 34 bucks. Oh, it came with e-reader cards. It's funny how many e-reader cards I have, even though I've never owned an e-reader. Yeah, it definitely feels like a money laundering thing. If a Pokemon Snap sequel is possible, any sequel is possible. This is very true. Sometimes I think about new Pokemon Snap and I'm still blown away that that exists. They show all the, oh yeah, it was Meowth. Meowth was the news reporter. So Meowth would go, I'm here with the news. And Psyduck was the weather Pokemon. Pokemon Channel is so charming. That's my comfort game. But they have a bunch of leaflets and it looks like they have a Nickelodeon one in here with Aang, SpongeBob, Patrick, and Danny Phantom, my goats. Yeah, Pikachu was the news reporter. I'm here with the news. I wonder if I would get copyright claimed if I played the Pichu Brothers shorts. I think, if I remember correctly, the Pichu Brothers shorts culminate with a 3D sequence of Meowth having a party. A dance party. Which, you know, can you say most Pokemon games end in a dance party? No. There's one area, you go and explore, like, catacombs, like, deep, scary caves in Pokemon Channel. And one of them legitimately kind of scared me as a child. And Pikachu was, like, freaked out the entire time. So maybe I was freaked out because Pikachu was freaked out. Pikachu was giving me mysterious vibes. You have to, like, lower these statues. I swear, part of it turns into, like, Indiana Jones. You go into a cave and you have to solve a puzzle to get a thing. I don't know how good it would it play good on Dolphin? I don't know. I barely know anyone that's ever played Pokemon Channel. That's gonna be one of the most obscure Pokemon games of all time. It's probably up there with all the people that played, like, Pokemon Dash. Somebody earlier brought up, like, a Pokemon Mario Kart, but that already existed and it was very bad. Pokemon Dash was very bad. Pokemon Dash was bad to where I had that game as a child, and even as a little child, I knew it was bad. When you have a little kid who thinks your game is bad, it's bad. Like, that was like the DS, so I was probably in like 5th grade. Oh, the Oddish channel was so cute. Yeah, they had a quiz channel too. It was very much like giving Pokemon Stadium quiz era. You didn't know it existed? I'll have to play it on stream one day, chat. It's a very cute, cozy little game. Don't ever play Pokemon Dash, though. Heed my warning. That is not a good game. It's a really not good game. I think it's very cheap, too. Which I feel like tells you a lot. It does work on Dolphin. I still have my original copy. I never sold it. I don't think I sold any of my GameCube games. And one of my favorite things to do in Pokemon Channel, so the main thing is you get a big TV in your room. But you could buy different Pokemon shaped TVs. So you could have a TV in the shape of Pikachu or a TV in the shape of Meowth, which were always super cute. I liked the auction channel. I think it was Squirtle who ran the auction channel. And not only was it Squirtle, it was Sunglasses Squirtle. It was like a Squirtle Squad Squirtle. So honestly, it had more to do with like the anime side of Pokemon than any of the games. I had every Pokemon GameCube game. I had Coliseum, I had Gale of Darkness, I had Channel, and I had Pokemon Box. Somebody is selling the manual for Pokemon Channel for $49.99, and they drew overalls, a mustache, and some hair on Pikachu for $49.99. Wow. Now that's what I call a steal. Why do people do that? They take some, like, broken box or manual that's, like, crusty and old, and they're like, that'll be $100, please. So, yeah, Pokemon Channel was definitely Gen 3 era, if you can't visualize, like, the era it was in. Gen 3 lasted a long time. That's one thing I don't think a lot of people, a lot of newer Pokemon fans realize, is that the time between Gen 3 and 4 was humongous. Pokemon didn't used to be fired out all the time forever. I remember the build-up to Gen 4 was huge. Bonsly, Weavile, Munchlax, or Bonsly and, like, Gale of Darkness. They took their sweet time. Most overrated Pokemon game? Platinum. Gen 4. Diamond and Pearl. I personally find the region of Sinnoh to be quite bland. A lot of great Pokemon. Hell, my favorite Pokemon is from Gen 4, which makes it even funnier that I think that. I really love Gen 3. The maniac on Twitter. It's always the Gen 4 starter shiny hunters. And, like, I played every Pokemon game when they came out, including Gen 4, so... The only Pokemon games I ever skipped on launch were Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Well, as a kid, I don't think I got, like... I got Ruby for Easter. I don't think that was launch. I don't think I got, like, red or blue. Yellow, I was given yellow by, like, a family friend. So a lot of those games I was not given, quote-unquote, on launch, but... You know what I mean. I mean, honestly, if you want a hotter take, I think Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon get way more praise than they deserve. Platinum is at least a much better experience than Diamond and Pearl. Yeah, I think a lot of people vibe with the more relaxed vibes that Gen 4 has. Bad cutscenes? What do you mean, bad cutscenes? Like, genuinely, I'm like trying to think. Gen 7 starts off a little too slow. A lot of Pokemon games have bad pacing, though. Gen 6 impressed me the last time I played through X and Y. It's like, wow, the times between the gyms felt great, and then you hit the wall and it's like extreme gym after gym after gym after gym. Like, we started off with something and then they kind of lost it. Uninteresting camera work. I gotta play through Sun and Moon again. I know it didn't win the bid war, but a replay will happen at some point. I liked all the stuff with Lily and Lusamine and Gladion. I don't know. I feel like the story could have gone without How and nothing would have changed. I like Guzma. Team Skull was probably the last team that I actually really liked. Thing about Gen 7 is the beginning takes 2 hours from the 50 tutorials to the back-to-back cutscenes. Yeah. Gen 7 is definitely not one of the most enjoyable games to play again and again. Yeah, that stuff with Kukui was so not funny, or why did they do that? Like, I like the professor in Gen 7, but that stuff was very bizarre. It's a good once every 10 years game, real. I mean, that's why games, honestly, things like Gen 1 I love. Gen 1 is so replayable. Yeah, Gen 6 had Cena and Dexio, or whatever their names are. Which, they're the worst example. I'll take Kukui over those two complete buffoon, unlikable characters. What the hell was the point of them? Doing Zygarde? Good luck. I'll always defend Gen 1. Like, without Gen 1... Like, what do people expect from a game from, like, 1997? Gen 1 hasn't aged well. Yeah, no shit. Like, how many games from, like, almost 30 years ago have aged beautifully? Like, Gen 1 is, I just, I don't know. I'll always, Gen 1, get behind me. Gen 1, take my hand. Oops. Like, we literally would not have this franchise without Gen 1. Yeah, that's exactly the same thing. Ocarina of Time, Mario 64... like, genre Titan-defining titles that Zoomers are like, actually, it was bad. Actually, this game came out before I was even a fetus, but, it was bad. I'll never get over that clown on Twitter that was dumping on the original base set Diglett card as if that Diglett card wasn't goated. Like, Pokemon was just a blossoming franchise. Sorry that they don't have the illustrator art from modern day back in 1997, you clowns. Those old 3D Pokemon cards are amazing. Oh yeah, that's not to say they don't beat you over the head with Charizard and Gengar and I saw Gen 1 and I clapped. All the Gen 1 goofiness and Gen 6 and even Gen 7 with all the Alolan Pokemon being Gen 1. I'm not talking about all that. I agree that it's like, give it a rest. But the region, Kanto as a region, I enjoy. Saffron, Vermilion, Celadon, those are all great cities. Safari Zone, Cinnabar Island, still one of my favorite places. The Pokemon Mansion is one of my favorite places ever. Yeah, Lavender Town. Like, put some respect on the OG's name. Gen 1 also is full of a lot of wild things that you'll just never see in a modern day Pokemon, like Team Rocket or Sabrina having whips, stuff like that. Like, that'll never... We'll never see that again. Gen 1 has very unique quirks. Yeah, Mewtwo's Cave, Cerulean Cave. Yeah, the Pokemon Tamers, Sabrina, Team Rocket. Team Rocket was downright scary. You go back and you look at those grunt sprites, they're scary guys. Because they were villains. They're not supposed to look nice. They're quite scary looking. Yeah. Yeah, Gen 1 is kind of grimy. Gamblers, perverts, tamers with whips. All the ghost stuff. Like, I don't... Even just, like, the... Again, Lavender Town and all the dead Pokemon. You have a few, spirit channelers that will say they want to drink your blood. Yeah, and the, like, your rival, I feel like it's implied that their Raticate is dead. Or maybe that's just, like, goofy fandom stuff that I've bought into. Yeah, I love Fire Red and Leaf Green. I love the Sevi Islands. The Sevi Islands were so cool. Yeah, it might be. As soon as I said it, I was like, well, maybe that's just, like, fandom goofiness. Yeah, I guess, like, half the trainers just had whips. And that was back when we had slots. Never gonna get slots in a Pokemon game ever again. You can thank the EU for that. You have that one NPC that's like, do you believe in ghosts? Well, then what's that white hand on your shoulder? I also love when you can pick and choose where to go in Gen 1. Like, you can go deal with Koga, or you could go deal with Sabrina. Like, games like Sword and Shield are way more linear. Modern Pokemon games like that are way more linear. It depends on the ROM hack. Some ROM hacks are a bit better than others, but yeah. The last one I played was a, I don't remember who's at the end here, I'll be honest. It was a Cramorant version of Pokemon Yellow. To me, ROM hacks lose me if they go all in on either difficulty or needlessly edgy, lots of swears. Which I don't care about swearing. I don't... that makes me, like... I don't care if people, like, about... Like, you know what I mean? Like, if it's, like... That damn 4th Chaos Emerald. That like, type of goofiness. Or if it's, like, trying to be a super ultra omega Nuzlocke Ironmon type situation. I really don't like that. What if my Pokemon game was really hard? Pokemon Fool's Gold was really fun. I enjoyed Pokemon Fool's Gold. That was a neat one. Yeah, corny. It can be too much. Boltund is a criminally bland Pokemon. Boltund reminds you of Paw Patrol? You're not even wrong. Pokemon like Greavard and Houndstone dual circles around things like Boltund. People who make Pokemon incredibly frustrating and hard just make you want to ask why do they hate. Yeah, I know, it's like, if you want a difficult, like, go play like a Souls game. Why does Pokemon need to be like ball-bustingly difficult? I've never understood that. Like, I guess you could make an argument, like, I don't know. The games are not difficult at all. With a few odd exceptions. So maybe a bit more variety and difficulty in the games. But not like Nuzlocke level. Yeah, not boringly easy. There's a fine line. That's why, like, Volo was a nice, refreshing... A lot of the bosses in PLA were refreshing because you actually had to learn their patterns. In Volo's battle was difficult, going from his fight into Tina. More difficult than your average Pokemon fight. So, like, it can be done. They can make fights more difficult if they choose to. Batty Bad, yes. You can thank Let's Go for that. Splishy Splash, Zappy Zap, Batty Bad. You can thank Pokemon Let's Go for that. Bouncy Bubble, Batty Bad, Buzzy Buzz, Floaty Fall, Glitzy Glow, Pika Papow, Sappy Seed. These are all real, chat. Sizzly Slide, Sparkly Swirl, Splishy Splash, VV Volley, Zippy Zap. The only normal sounding one is Double Iron Bash. That's it. The rest of them sound like something Dora would say to you. Is that just Melmetal? Yeah, you're right. That's why it sounds normal. The rest of them are all Pikachu Eevee. Sappy Seed. My favorite Pokemon move, Sappy Seed. Yeah, they're OP. They all sound very silly, but they're very powerful. You can solo Let's Go with Pikachu and Eevee. They compensated for the fact that Pikachu and Eevee are basic, you know, kind of unremarkably strong Pokemon by giving them the most OP moves possible. I'll always think about that one section in Let's Go in the Team Rocket Celadon basement where you take control of Pikachu or Eevee and you get the key. And it was actually kind of neat to take control of the Pokemon. And then they never did that ever again. It's like, whoa, you get to control Pikachu and Eevee. That's cool. It sure would have been nice if we could have done it more than once. No, I don't hate Charizard. I see, I have my third eye open. I know the real overrated, over-merchandised Pokemon, and that's Gengar. If they can make Charizard Z cool, I'm all for it. I mean, I accept it at this point. I know why Charizard is here. I understand. Yeah, Charizard's model in SV is so better. It looks so much better. Greninja's the true Pokemon of the Zoomers. Greninja is like the Zoomer Pokemon. There are very few Pokemon I truly dislike. To be real. There are very few Pokemon that I don't really, like, I absolutely dislike from the bottom of my heart. Yeah, Incin is either Zoomers or you're a VGC player. Damn. Guzzlord's taking us to the cleaners right now. Or a furry, yeah. This is true. Never heard the term Zoomer? That's crazy. It's the thing before millennials. I'm a millennial. I'm not even a Zoomer. I'm a millennial. Jarvis, fetch my avocado toast. After millennials, it's boomers, Gen X, millennials, zoomers, Gen Alpha. I think, right? I don't know. Pokemon got popular over here when I was in kindergarten, chat, so I was literally the perfect age when this franchise came over here and got super popular. So I grew up with Gen 1. I'll never forget, my first introduction with Pokemon was a kid in my kindergarten class. They were all gathered looking at something, and I walked over and a kid handed me a Rhyhorn card and was like, look at this. And I was like, wow. Geez, that was kind of close. Guzzlord almost killed us there. That's always how it is, right? The boomers hate the Gen Xers and the millennials. The Gen Xers hate the millennials hate the zoomers hate the Gen Alpha. Wash, rinse, repeat until the heat death of the planet. Kids these days. The game will not let me get a Ultra Beast or Legendary Shiny. Mamma mia. I have beef with Gen X. They're the reason why we keep getting shitty, like, Ghostbusters movies. All those god-awful properties from the 80s that keep getting dredged up. It's their fault. GG's, Enzo. I mean, those people are old enough to be in the industry now, so it's all them. Just wait until Gen Alpha is old enough to be in the entertainment industry and there's references to Skibidi Toilet. Or you're gonna start seeing video essays when Gen Alpha are old enough to start making YouTube videos that are like, Pokemon Sword and Shield were actually underrated and goated, and here's why. The Star Wars prequel effect, if you will. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet were actually underrated masterpieces. Alright, anyone else? Anyone else joining? Pokemon Sword and Shield were actually underrated gems, and were perfect all the way through. And here's why. It was peak hotel experience. I think Jenny's video just got like 5 million views. There's a Galactic Star Cruiser Reddit that was dumping on her. She didn't understand the authentic Star Wars experience. Oh no, all the children that are named, like, after Game of Thrones characters. This is my daughter, Daenerys. How many people out there do you think named their kid Ash? After Ash Ketchum. Yeah, the black and white thing I didn't realize until I was older as well. Which makes me that people thinking that makes me think Pokemon fans deserve nothing. A new, interesting, fully original, all-new Pokemon experience is bad, actually. Oh, okay. You deserve nothing. My niece Hedwig. No! Of all the characters to name yourself after the damn owl, no. Oh god. Oh no. Severus. That's... Oh. This is my daughter Hermione. Terrible. Simeon is an interesting Pokemon. Oh, you mean you'd never name your kid Apple, Cacturn? It is an ugly name. It absolutely is. And it's only like, if you named your kid Ron or Harry, it's like, those are real names, but Hermione is like a Harry Potter ass name. Yeah, that's Gwyneth Paltrow's kid's name, Apple. My kid's orange, apple, and banana. Goku. See, I feel like naming your kids that is just, you're signing the warrant for, like, free bullying for life. Do you think anybody out there is named Hagrid? Yeah, I would hate. It's like, sure, you can maybe get away with naming your kid Luke, but like Kylo or Rey? No, 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 no. Or Leia. One of the content creators I follow from time to time named his daughter Ripley. Which is extremely dreadful. Oh no, giving your, like, extremely white child a Japanese weeb name. Ugh. This is my son, Satoshi. See what I did there? Satoshi is Ash's Japanese name. When I was in high school, there was a girl who was pregnant who named her kid, like, Athena. Imagine you name your kid, like, Zeus. That's so dreadful. Like, do you know the crimes that all these gods committed? It's like, not to bring up the Daenerys thing, people were naming their kids Daenerys before Game of Thrones ended, and then she like burned everything down, and so you named your kid after a genocider. Oops. Yeah, I mean, if you're calling your dog Zeus, whatever. Like, it's an animal. But if you're like, if you went through like 9 months of pregnancy and made a human baby, and you're like, you're gonna be named Zeus. Yike. Miyamoto. Oh no, not Miyamoto. My kid Miyamoto. I don't know, that comes back to like the Disney adult thing, chat. Where it's like, not everything in your life has to be tied to the franchises you like, you know? It's okay to, like, go touch grass. You don't have to do this, I promise. Like, it's okay. Or like people that have overly themed like Pokemon weddings or Disney weddings. Not paying for food for your wedding because you want to pay Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse to show up instead. Like, come on. Minnie Mouse. Winifred. Think there are any kids out there named Link? Zelda wouldn't personally be a name I would ever use, but sure, Link, less so. Rhett and Link, oh my god, you're right. I never watched those guys. So... How many kids out there were named after Mario or Luigi? Or little girls named Peach? I feel like you could get away with Daisy. Although Daisy is kind of like a dog name, or a cat name. I feel like I've known pets named Daisy. Oh no, a Ronald McDonald? That's awful. Wow, I haven't seen Latias in forever. Donald Duck. I feel like if you named a child Whooper, the teacher would look at their name on like the sheet for attendance and be like Whopper. Is Whopper here? Galarian Mime do be schmoovin'. Is the double quarter pounder in the room with us right now? Whopper, 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 Whopper. Fiona? Fiona's kind of a pretty name, though. You definitely can't get away with Shrek, but you could get away with Fiona. You can't get away with Donkey. Number 14, Burger King lettuce. I did a lot of damage. Ween and Shrek. I don't know which one of those is worse. Agent Shrek. I can't wait to play Pokemon Coliseum again and revisit all the horrendous names in that game. If you've never played Pokemon Coliseum, chat, or if you have, go back and play it. None of the names in that game make any sense. It's like that famous like Japanese baseball game where it's like Bob Nut. None of the names in Pokemon Coliseum make any sense. It's like they were randomly generated. Could you get your way with Bayleaf? Bayleaf is a spice. It'd be like naming your kid Licorice or Paprika. This is my son Garlic Powder. I think the what Pokemon names would pass for kids' names? Serena? Is that like the only one? Aron? Yeah. Aron could work. This is my son Slowpoke. And his sister Feraligatr. My cousin Meganium. And his second cousin Eternatus. Aaron. Porygon 2. You could maybe do like Clefairy's Japanese name, Pippi. Pippi would be cute. Maybe more for like an animal. What about Greedent? Literally has the word greed in there. This is my son Mudkip. Carlos. Imagine naming your kid their last name. I think it's like even like doing like Junior is like gotta pass down the family name, like self-important. Your godmother Slitherwing. This is my son Iron Hands. Good. Latias can be a tricky one. Yeah, maybe Swanna could work. Ducklet could not. Gothita? Could Gothita work? Although it does sound like goth. Levani? This is my son Bastiodon. Paris. Yeah, there you go, Paris. That actually would work. Parasect would not work. My daughter Blacephalon. Curlia? I feel like you would be like Curly, like a clown. There are one of the Stooges. I feel like some of the Evolution's Japanese names could work, like maybe more for like pets, Showers, Thunders, Booster, which is Flareon. Flareon's Japanese name is Booster. Booster would actually be a cute name for like a pet. Or maybe like a nickname for like a big jock guy. Lechonk. I feel like that's asking for like fat jokes. Lechonk. Would Arbolivia work, or does that sound dumb? Smoliv could not work. Palmy. Yeah, Arbolivia I feel like could work. Esper. No. A lot of Pokemon names are like Meow, Scarada, Meow, Stick. Arcanine. Alright, if no one's joining, we'll do a solo run. Fione. Yeah, Fione could work. My boy Slowking. Names of the main characters in the manga. Yeah, a lot of like regular Pokemon, like human trainer names could work. May, Brendan. Oh, it's Nihilego. Callum, Serena, Nate. Literally, Nate is such a common name. Garbodor. I know 5 people named Garbodor. 1 named Trubbish. I don't think Purugly could work. Purugly isn't even an ugly Pokemon. Why did they do her like that? Disrespectful. Miltank could not work. Braxton? I mean, I feel like you have kids named like Brayden, Aiden, Braxton. Braxton sounds like the type of name that would be from a specific household. Diancie, yeah, Diancie could sound okay. Almost kind of sounds like Diana. Yeah, Brioni could work. Like, almost like Brianna. Komala. This is my kid Komala. I feel like nobody ever remembers Komala even exists to begin with. Steenie sounds like a tea, like a sugar, something you would add to sweeten your tea. I'm gonna add some Steenie into my tea. Kamala Harris. I like how that was said by two different people. That's true, that's true. Togedemaru, Pachirisu, Mimikyu. This is my son Volbeat. And his brother Vigoroth. Gossifleur? Yeah, Gossifleur could almost work. What about, like, Blossom? It's almost like Blossom, who's a Powerpuff Girl. Oddish, Gloom, Vileplume would not work. Bellsprout wouldn't work. Weepin' Bell wouldn't work. Victory Bell would not work. Liepard is frozen. Oh boy, we need to get this thing gone before it blizzards again. What about Munna? Would Munna work? Musharna wouldn't. I feel like Musharna would not work, but what about Munna? Shout out to Munna, by the way. I love that Pokemon. Lunala. Munna and Musharna are supposed to be the drowsy Hypno equivalent, right? Glimmet? I feel like Glamora could work. Glim Glam. My son Kakuna. And his brother Metapod. Veluza. I almost feel like that sounds like loser. Veluzer. My son Dondozo. And his brother Tatsugiri. You call him the Don for short. Would Celebi work? I'm like going through the mythicals. Arceus, Deoxys, Darkrai, those would not work. Magearna. Celebi sounds like celibate. What about Cerebi? My son Volcanion. My beautiful boy. Marshadow, Zarude. No. Pecharunt definitely would not work. Hoopa I don't think would work. I don't think any of the Ultra Beasts would work. Nihilego, Guzzlord, Poipole, Reggie. Reginald, I mean, I do call him Reginald Rock, so Reginald Ice, Reginald Gigas. First name Reggie, last name Rock. Reggie Alecki. Yeah, I call Giratina Tina. That's true. And Groudon is Gordon. This is my son Cryogonal. Thanks for the easy round, Nihilego. Appreciate ya. Appreciate ya. No context, all the comments look insane. My son Volcanion, my son Elekid. My kid's Dialga and Palkia. Well, I'll never be able to get Liepard shiny from this. What a shame. Let's take Absol outside. I did get one shiny tonight. It wasn't one that I needed, but it is a shiny, so... No! Why did I want to, like, hit the button as if I'm playing Scarlet Violet? I instantly wanted to do, like, let's go mode. I tell you, switching between the games really messes you up. I miss Machamps.com, chat. What do you think they're doing now? You think Machamps.com is okay? Absol's got a cool cry. Absol's just a neat Pokemon. Gen 3 has so many bangers. Prayers for Machamps.com. This will never not be so weird to me. They just have all these other trainers just kind of standing here. Look at this guy. Thanks for the loaf of bread. That's how I felt earlier. I got bread and milk. Can you give me some beans? Sam, can I have some beans? No, he gave me pasta. This was so weird. Look, they just stand there menacingly. Look at that. It looks like you should pick you gotta pick a path. Who do you choose? Do you take bread, pasta, or milk? Pokemon, the way Pokemon implements multiplayer stuff is either really good, like Dynamax Adventures, or completely half-assed and weird. There's no in-between. Yeah, my last shiny legendary I got was Giratina. Back in 9/23, or 9/12/23, 2023. Mamma mia. Druddigon was a great pickup. Poltegeist was a dupe. Chinchino was a dupe. Clefairy's a dupe. Absol is a dupe. Man, look at these non-stop bangers in here. Bless Rayquaza, man. I'll never be able to have a Dynamax Adventures that only takes 2 ever again. And Lunala, who only took 4. Yveltal and Dialga were both in the 20s. What happened? Blacephalon took a long time. This was like 109. I think Blacephalon was 109. Blacephalon is such an easy Pokemon to beat, though. You can beat Blacephalon in 1 turn. Necrozma was like 47. Ho-Oh was 15. Still don't have Lugia, but shout out to Ho-Oh. Mesprit was 1. Don't have Azel for Uxie to this day. I've probably fought them both over 100 times. But Mesprit, my least favorite one, was like, I'm here for you. Xerneas took forever. Xerneas was like, what, 120 something? I want to say Entei took like 60. Groudon was a random one. I don't remember how much Groudon took. The Blue Moo. I wish Indeedee had a better shiny. I really like Indeedee. But its shiny is kind of... whatever. Nuclear Tauros. There's the first Absol. Drapion shiny is a downgrade from Skorupi's. Dracloak. Dracloak has little tiny legs. Sigilyph. Shiinotic shiny is great. Celio, Marowak. Getting Palpitoad into Seismitoad into Seismitoad. What a world. What a world. And Torkoal. Booster. Linoon shiny kind of goes hard. I like the yellow eyes. That's cool. Quag. How long did Raikou take? Suicune was the easiest of the 3 beasts. I do not remember how long Raikou took. Suicune was like 15. Shout out to Suicune. Genies. I can't believe I have all the genies done. That's so funny. There's Zapdos. Ooh, Pheromosa was a great pickup. Moltres. I don't have Articuno. I'm still missing Articuno. Mally. There's Zekrom. Missing Kyurem and Reshiram still. Zekrom was great. This one blew me away. Tapu Lele was a great one. There's Mewtwo. There's Bulu. Our beloved high horsepowering Bulu. Man, I've gotten a lot of shinies from this. There's Roselia, Pori. Do I have Magneton marked on my shiny list? I think I do. That's a great shiny, though. Underrated. Nobody ever talks about Magneton. Cool Pokemon, great shiny. Lycanroc. There's Tornadus. Bulu took you a year. I'm missing Coco. All the Tapus were fairly quick, except for Coco. Coco continues to haunt me. Raja. Another Aselgor. Oh, Zatu shiny is stinky, chat. You hate to see it. Also, that model is awful. Put that boy back on the ground. It's more Pico. Ooh, Mienshao was a great one. Kangaskhan has a weird shiny. I don't even know what to describe that as. Muddy green and tan. There's Mac and Cheese Landorus. I got all the genies pretty close to each other. And yet I still can't say I have them all because Enamorus exists and is locked. Mime and Mewtwo have like the same shiny. Oh, Cresselia. I always forget that I got Cress. She's a beaut. She's a real beaut. There's Buzzwole. There's Finny. Miss Finny. Oh, she's wow. I love the Tapus. Yeah, I mean, Enamorus is locked, so it's not like I can even get it shiny right now, so... There's Sprite. That's a hatch. I hatched that. Oh, Enamorus is my least favorite Pokemon. That thing is ugly. I completely agree. But, like, I'll have to shiny hunt it at some point. I have the rest of the genies. I kind of like Machoke shiny. The blue and the green kind of nice. Basculin shiny is a crime. White is Nidoking. Nidoking's model is so bad. If Nidoking and Nidoqueen show up in Gen 10 or PLA, I need them to redo this model ASAP. They keep going for it. Yeah, Tapu, I love all the Tapus. And then this is all pretty recent stuff. Another Vikavolt. Ugh. Heretic. I've gotten both Clang and Klinklang from this, but I don't have Clink. Maybe one day I'll have to shiny hunt or hatch Clink from eggs. It's another Chinchino, another Nidoking. Jaundice Mudsdale, there's Tina. Irish Druddigon. Hippie, and there's Absol. Those are all my Dynamax shinies. Hold on, let me take... Where'd that Tauros go? You don't belong in here, my friend. You belong in the egg hatch box. Which is full. Which is completely full right now. Which is completely full. Actually, where were the two I hatched recently? I organized my boxes recently and now I can't find anything. Story of my life. Oh, right here. There we go. Here's Laleep. I can't believe I hatched Laleep in one egg. Like, that was like a week ago and I'm still blown away that that happened. And then I got Lillipup right after. There, we can put Sprite in with Laleep and Lillipup. I think UBs will be in PLZA. No. I guess it wouldn't surprise me if they showed up, but I can't imagine they will be. There's my Let's Go Arcanine. There's Skorupi the Sociable. Here's the Zeraora from the event. I don't like Zeraora's model. It's too hunched. I also hate that it says original trainer home. Home. Here's one of my Rowlets. I gotta transfer to get Hisui to Decidueye at some point. I think I still need Torracat. I have Litten and Incin, but I don't have Torracat. Poplio is done. Thank goodness. All the Babs, they're still chilling. Some of my leftover competitors. Y'all remember. Here's Lapras. Here's my goat. With sheer cold. That Lapras was so fun. So, like, I have Lapras shiny, but it's in a repeat ball, so that's kind of foul. I should fix that at some point. These are all, Pokemon I've tried to breed to get shiny. Have not hatched. I don't have Liepard or Purloin. All my raid shinies in here. I haven't gotten rid of all my Lillipups and my pitiful little Lillips in here. I still could do Onyx again. Yeah, all my boxes are mostly shiny with a few exceptions, so I've definitely put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into Sword and Shield. And then my ever-faithful Centiskorch that hatches my eggs. Always in the front. I think I've broke the playtime. It's always been on 99, 999.59. And I want to say it's broken in the Switch menu as well. That's how many hours. I've put in enough hours into this game that I broke it. Sick and twisted. Just for shiny hunting. That is not a glowing endorsement of the game. Probably that's messed up that I've probably spent more hours in this game than any other Pokemon game. Yeah, we'll be back next week, chat. Whenever Tyler's free, we're gonna start the Oraz playthrough. And then, they announced a Swampert raid in SV today, but no Outbreak event because they hate me. I was so bummed to see that. Give us another Outbreak event, you cowards. But, yeah, we'll probably do some shiny hunting and some Oraz next week. So thanks for hanging out tonight, everybody. Late towards the latter half of the week because Tyler has to work, so. My computer is making a lot of noise. It's about to explode. Yeah, thanks for hanging out tonight, chat. Thanks for all the follows. Check out the Discord. If you're new here, you can share your own shinies. And shout out to all the YouTube viewers. Thanks for the merch perch and all the follows, and I'll see you guys next week. Good night, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.